play of the year drawn up. Trey just couldn't get that floater to go down, and so you guys are here late tonight. Good win for our guys. A lot of late game situations, teaching moments. Being able to play that crew down the stretch was fun. That's a tough team over there. That's fighting and competing. Those two guards are extremely gifted, talented. They shot the three ball well, didn't turn it over. But our guys fought through a lot of just weird situations. You know, uncharacteristic missed free throw by Trey. Him not getting those two floaters to go down, his signature shot. But our guys were very resilient tonight, and that was fun to see.
Coach, you talk about closing out games all season. What particularly well did this team do second overtime to close these guys out?
Well, I think for the most part, rebound. You know, Kevin comes up with a huge rebound down the stretch. You know, they missed a couple close shots, but we out-rebound these guys by 18. And that's a big important part of the game when you're trying to close out, just to not give them any easy opportunities, not foul, and be able to manage the game on the other end. You know, I think is extremely important. We turned the ball over a lot tonight, and we missed a lot of free throws, which is, you know, something you really have to do to close out games. But rebounding was very much in our advantage. DeAndre Hunter, you know, I think Melvin Hunt challenged him to get 15, and, you know, jokingly, and he ends up with 11, but we needed every single one of them.
Coach, what did you think of the poise of the rookies, especially with them going to the line at the end of the game?
You know, I thought, you know, the reaction by Cam to slash and get that pass from Trey at the end of the shot clock just showed, you know, you're seeing these guys figure each other out a little bit. You know, they're switching everything in the pick and rolls, and we're trying to figure out how to get John going. And it's hard when they switch and they can just match up, but you know, just to make those type of reactions, they overplay Kevin. He just, instead of pulling the basketball out, he makes an aggressive play. He drives it, kicks it out to DeHunter, and DeHunter's, you know, has the guts to step up and take that three and gets fouled. You know, you just put him in a bad situation. But all of our guys made plays down the stretch, which was important.
You shot a great for the entire game. Was there something that just creating good shots, or was just shots going into that?
Well, the message tonight was let the basketball create energy. Our energy, for some reason, has been up and down. And, you know, sometimes we focus on shooting. Sometimes we focus on trying to make plays. We wanted the ball movement and the basketball to just find the right guy and create some energy. And I thought we did in the very first possession. I think everyone touched it. We get late into the shot clock. I think Kevin hits a three. But that's how you want to start games. Everyone just gets a feel, everyone gets some movement. We try to move their defense, try to see how they're defending some action, and it creates energy for us. And from there, we really, you know, Dwayne had got off to a nice start, gets 5 early points. John was terrific all night. Just creating energy with movement and with the basketball moving and touching hands is always a good thing. And then having a defensive mindset. We struggled to contain their threes early in the game and pretty much all night. And they hit some tough ones. The Martin twins comes in, it's probably a career high for him, but they hit every open shot that seemed like that was out there tonight.
Coach, in that first overtime, when they called a foul on Travion, what was the explanation that they gave you?
Well, I thought the confusion, when they went to review, they were reviewing whether there was still time on the clock. And so, you know, the foul, we thought occurred when Travion was on the floor, and he just, you know, guys on the floor, and he trips over him, you call the foul, and whether or not there's time. I thought they went and checked and then changed why he called the foul. He said he called the foul and needed any contact at the beginning of the drive. The whistle wasn't blown until the end of the drive. And so, you know, great job by our arena people. They put the review up there, and we're able to see it, and you're able to see that he hooks him before the needed any contact. So once he explained to me what foul he called, I said, well, the hook occurred before the needed any contact. So you need to go and review that. And, you know, my coaching staff was on it. They said, hey, if they call it a foul, challenge the foul. To say that there is no foul, and then, you know, I was able to look at it and see the hook. And so, you know, you put it in his ear, he's got to look at it, and he's got to make a definitive decision on, you know, what happened.
Coach, right before the game today, so I'm not sure if you know already, the NBA, NHL, MLB, and MLS have all said that they're gonna start taking measures to kind of prepare for the coronavirus scare that's going around, and they don't want media in the locker rooms. My question for you is, have you had a talk with your teammate or with your team yet about any of the new changes, or have you seen it?
I don't know any of the changes. I know Chelsea had a conversation with the other doctors and team officials at 9 p.m. tonight. So I don't know what came from that call, and I'm sure we'll all be updated. If it's not out there yet, I'm sure everyone will be updated pretty much at the same time. If it's a league-wide issue, we'll comply.
Congratulations on your win, Coach.
Thank you.
Are you seeing growth with the team?
There's always growth. You know, the challenge is the sustainability of that growth and the consistency of it. You know, in terms of having available bodies and putting together, you know, the consistency. What can we grow from today? Being able to rebound down the stretch. The way we started the game with the ball movement, 17 assists at halftime. How do we come out in the second half and try and do the same thing? We ended up with 33, but I thought the ball got stuck a lot in the fourth quarter. We still, it's always going to be the same deal. It's not a knock on our guys, but trying to repeat those type of performances in terms of ball movement, rebounding down the stretch, communicating our switches, all of those things. I think every person, every individual that's played, especially those young guys, you're seeing the growth overall. You know, Dre Hunter has done a tremendous job for the most part with his catch and shoot threes. Cam is Cam. You know, but I think we're seeing a more consistent Cam at this stage of the season. Another 22 points tonight. He probably had limited touches down the stretch. But when he comes in, it's just that they're all kind of in bunches. When we get him the basketball, he scores. And so it's, you know, trying to balance out how to get him the basketball. We try to run some movement where other guys touched it in overtime and it got a little scary. We put it right back in Trey's hand. But I think all those guys are showing growth in a lot of different ways.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
Clearly, there's been some improvement, but where is this team at from a defensive standpoint in comparison to where you want and need them to be right now?
Not there. In terms of individuals, you know, the biggest challenge is, you know, how do we find that competitive spirit every night? And each guy has a different concern. You know, Kevin, can we be more physical when he's guarding guards like tonight with Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier? You know, Cam is tremendous, you know, but when he's gambling too much, we want him to be in a contained type of mode. Dean Hunt, you know, I think he does a great job of containing. I want him to be a little riskier. You know, him and Cam can balance out each other, and I think we're on the right page. Trey he's got to put up that consistent fight. You know, teams want to put him in pick and rolls, and they want to try and post him. And his challenge is to make it tough every single time. I try and tell him to be pesky. I try and tell him to fight. But he's got to provide that resistance all the time. And John has made tremendous strides, you know, because we play him at the 5 a lot. And he's a guy that we're trying to keep down the floor a lot. He's become more of a rim protector, and it's his challenge. He does a great job with the verticality. He's got more blocks this year. I mean, probably double than what he had last year in less games. And so it's the challenge of him being more of a rim protector when he's at that 5 position. But they're all making strides. It's always going to be a long way for each guy to develop that consistent, tenacious defensive mentality, because they're skilled, talented players that have been called to do offensive things for most of their career. And we're just trying to challenge them to be a little bit better each and every day.
Coach, you talked about John. He had 28 points and only missed 1 shot. Would you say you're particularly like running plays for him, or is he just in the right place at the right time?
He's a team player that creates havoc for the defense because he can do so many different things. I think he had 5 or 6 offensive rebounds tonight. They put small guys on him because they were switching all the trades, pick and rolls, and you know, a lot of teams don't do that. And so what they're really trying to do is contain Trey and see if we'll force the ball inside. So it changed a little bit of our motion and our movement. We weren't as dynamic in the fourth quarter and overtime. But when he gets it around the basket, he's 12 for 13 efficient. And he's that type of efficient player. His numbers are, I mean, what is he now? 59, 60% field goal percentage shooter on the year. And in addition to being a 40% three-point shooter. And so we try and put him in all of the action. You know, our plays are a lot of pick and rolls, and we try and put him in a lot of the action, and he's gonna be the beneficiary of things at the rim. When teams play down the floor, he's gonna get more threes in the game. But I love his approach to the game. I think he's been a great teammate. Thank you, guys.